Welcome to Easy 3 Sport Production. I'm your host, Suttles, and today we'll be recapping the game between the New York Knicks and the Brooklyn Nets. Let's get it. Another loss. 4-game losing streak. The Brooklyn Nets came into MSG last night and beat the Knicks 116 to 109, and it didn't look good. It didn't look good whatsoever. The score really don't indicate exactly how far away the game really was for the Knicks. The Knicks came out defensively, they looked terrible. I don't know if it was the Brooklyn Nets because they were extremely excited because they got James Harden, or just the Knicks' porous defense, but it seemed like that they couldn't stop them at all throughout the whole game. And oh my God, it's just so emotional, especially losing to the Nets, because so many people are already talking about, Brooklyn, they took over as being the team in New York. Not really. The Knicks will always be the team in New York, point blank, period. But the Nets are better at this moment. But that's just how it is. 116 to 109. Now let's get into the game. We only have really one consistent player that's been consistently scoring, consistently doing his thing throughout the whole year, and that's been Julius Randle. He also had last night 30 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. So he's been the only consistent one on this Knicks team that's been keeping us afloat. Everybody else has just been haywire. Everybody else has been so inconsistent, up and down. Barrett last night, he started out the first half. He didn't make a shot the whole first half. He only had 2 points going into the second half, and that was from free throws. But he ended up with 20 points. He found a rhythm. His shot is looking good, but it's just not falling. He needs to put the work in and just shoot. Shoot and score. Shoot and score. Shoot and score. Because at the end of the day, the stroke is there. Last year, the stroke was not there for him. The stroke is there for him this season. He just needs to perfect that jump shot. And I know the NBA is not the place to really work on your jump shot. You need a jump shot before coming into the league, but he has to work on it. It has to be done, because at the end of the day, that's what's really holding his game back. A lot of New Yorkers are really done with him. It's only his second year. He's only 20 years old. RJ has a full of potential, but he just needs to work on his weaknesses. And his jump shot is one of those weaknesses, and consistency. He had a 20-point night tonight. That's great, but in the last game, he had 9 points. The game before that, he had around 15. Then before that, it was 26, but then it was 10. He needs to be consistent if he wants to be the guy to take this team to the next level. Austin Rivers had a terrible game. He also, in the first half, did not make a shot whatsoever. If you combined him and RJ, it was like Brick City. You was literally building a house. But we've already seen what Rivers really brings to the table when he gets hot, and or if he's just on a normal scale. So I'm not too worried about that. The one thing I am begging Thibodeau to do, take Peyton out the damn lineup. Just take him out the lineup. He does absolutely nothing to help this team whatsoever. He is not facilitating the correct way. He is not setting the guys up in the correct way. He is hindering this team. He is holding this team back. Please start Quickley at the point guard position, because Peyton brings absolutely nothing to the table. Can he shoot? No. Does he play a defense? No. Does he set people up? No. Why is Peyton on the floor? There's no reason for him to be on the floor. I'm getting tired of seeing him dribbling with his head down, not setting up the plays, putting people in all terrible positions. There's no fluidity. Every time he shoots, there's you have no confidence that shot is going in. And then if it goes in, it's like, oh, okay, it went in. And then he's inconsistent. He's just so inconsistent. Like, one time he will bring out a 20 and 8 game. He'll have 22 points, and then you just go back to being 7 points, going back to being 6. Let's get this kid Quickley in. Let's put him at the starting guard, and let's see how it goes. Because every time Quickley comes off the bench, he brings an energy. He brings a fluidity to the game that helps the team be better. He ended up with 19 points off the bench last night. He only played 22 minutes. He's very efficient. He knows how to draw fouls. He gives us that spark. Take Peyton out and put Quickley in. Please, please, for the love of God. I am tired of seeing Peyton on this team. I'm tired of seeing him in the rotation. I would rather see Peyton on the bench, the 15th man. I'd rather see Frank come out before I see Peyton. Because at least with Frank, I know that I'm going to get a defensive effort, and I know that I'm going to be very safe with the ball. Now, offensively, he still needs to get aggressive, but I know what I got from Frank. With Peyton, I don't know what the hell we're getting. And it's just making this team worse and worse and worse. Also, coming off the bench last night, Kevin Knox, he had 13 points. He's been having a stretch of pretty good games. He's giving that bench the spark that it needs, him and Quickley. But at the end of the day, it's still coming down to Tibbs not stretching the rotation. Only 8 guys played last night. Well, 9 if you count Obi Toppin 1 minute. But only 8 guys played. This is not the playoffs. The reason why you can shorten your rotation in the playoffs is because it's not too many games. It's not so many games throughout the playoffs that you're going to have to really, the guys aren't going to be tired throughout that stretch. We are in game 12 of the season. RJ, Randle, top 5 in minutes. Last night, Randle played 40 and RJ played 38. And you want to know how much KD played? 30. The highest on the next team that they played was Jeff Green. He played 32 minutes. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make no sense whatsoever, especially RJ being a second-year player, that he's playing more minutes than KD, LeBron, Steph, Harden, all these guys. That makes no sense whatsoever. He needs to stretch out this rotation. Get a 9-10-man rotation so that you can get some fluidity. You can get these guys some rest, because when you go through this long season, it is a marathon. It is not a sprint. And right now, it seems like we're sprinting, and we're running out of gas. Our top guys are running out of gas. Randle is still doing his thing, but RJ, you can see it's getting to him. Stretch out that rotation. Oh my God. But overall, it was a bad game for the Knicks. We're on a 4-game losing streak. We need to be able to get a win. We're playing Cleveland. This should be a win. Try to get us back on track. And this has been a Subtles recap for Easy 3 Sport Production. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and also share the video. Sharing is caring. Help the channel grow. Until next time, I'm out.